HHDG. Peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. A big shout out to our whole HHDG Media Facebook group checking in. Shout out to our HHDG Media company making it happen every time we're on here, making sure the website stays up to date. Keeping up with the events that we have coming up soon, and as well as our merch. And as you can see on the bottom, you can go check out our website, hhdgmedia.com. Go check out everything I just mentioned. And as always, it's Friday, so we release Fridays. Tell us what you've been listening to. A lot came out today. A lot of music came out today. I'm not going to try and go through all of it, but I'll just name a few things, starting with coming from my borough, Staten Island. We got Young Paul, aka YP, with Riggs, came out with their project Legion of Doom. Then you got Jamil Honesty with Squeegee O, with their new joint, Harbor Kids. Shout out to the Harbor. We got Mother Nature coming out of Chicago, dropped the dope joint, Nature's World. Elucid dropped the joint. Source Walker coming out of Houston. All Rage Walker. Let me think of one more. Elucid. I Told Bessie. And also coming out of West Coast, got a TF and 211 with the Scandalous Levels 3 joint. There's a lot more out there, definitely check. But for tonight, we're talking about Texas. And these three, they've been on the show before, known as The Village. And, if you haven't checked the interview from last year, you can definitely go check that out on our website, hhtgmedia.com, as well as on the YouTube and other major DSP sites like Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music. They for 2022, these three dropped a really dope album. It really signifies hip hop in the South. And it really showed, for me, listening to the previous projects like Black Thoughts and Anthology, to just continue to witness their growth and, their love of the music. Yeah, it shows. I just continue to congratulate them, and continue to share their music. And I hope, more and more people are seeing and hearing and appreciating it the way that I do when I listen to The Village. And, I'm going to bring them on. I don't have to give a big intro like last time, because some of y'all should definitely know them by now. And as always, I got to shout out Grandfather Clock, Quantum Leap Radio. As always, he's one of the early supporters, and, knowing about them. And, it's always a pleasure to know that there's someone else out there, that really appreciate, the music that they're putting out. So, without going too much further into it, I'd like to welcome The Village once again. We got Shaad Lexima.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me.
Peace. Keelon Donnel.
What's up, man? Appreciate you.
Definitely. And last but definitely not least, Shaad Rogers.
Peace and blessings. What's up?
Cool. Glad to have y'all on here again.
Hey, glad to be back.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been about 7-8 months now since you've been on here.
Yeah, just about, yeah.
So the album Summers in the South just came out last month. So around what time did the three of you start working on the album?
Oh, shoot, who want to take that? Me? Y'all want me to take it?
I mean, Summer's been coming together for a minute now. We was actually working on that while working on mythology as well. Like we was like putting pieces together for it. It wasn't necessarily just like a full project would have a name for it. We were just working on songs, but it came together and then we recorded it all. We made reference tracks. We made reference. And then in November we just finally got in the studio and we laid all those tracks down together and we came up with Summers in the South.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be honest. I was holding them beats just for a project. I didn't tell y'all that yet. I know for sure the first part of Outside, the second part of Children of the Sun, and the first part of Summers in the South, the title track. Like I was holding on to those for like probably 2 years, like just for project.
I think Summers in the South was actually the first track that we put together for this project. It's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's like what 20. That beat is like 2019, 2020 probably. That's a pretty old one, but I was just holding on to it.
Man, that's fire.
Yeah.
Now, when I listen to this album, and I love how you started it off, you know, with the children, and you know, it kind of reminds me, you know, because you know, summertime, you know, that's what you think of. You know, you think of children being out of school, you know, just being able to be outside, you know, enjoy it. And you know, y'all started with that type of energy, you know, just coming right out the bat with it. What was being that you said, you know, the actual track is Summers in the South, is what you started with. Where'd you want to go after that track was done with the album?
Summers in the South was, like I said, the first one we wrote, and then like I said, we pretty much was just writing like songs together and piecing stuff together. I will say the second song that we did reference or like slash write was Southern Comfort. Only reason I remember that one was because we were I recorded that track while we was in Austin when we did a show with Notion, and that was like 2019, wasn't it, fellas, or something like that.
That was a minute.
Yeah, we referenced that track second, and then after that, we just kept on like coming with stuff that felt like the southern feel and the down south feel, and so we just decided to name it like Summers in the South.
Okay. And the tracks definitely, you know, they go with the whole vibe.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing. Like we wanted it to sound like a summertime in the South. Like we wanted to like give everybody that feeling of like how we came up and like how we still experience our summertime down here in the South. But yeah, so far the reception's been great. Like everybody, like I said, everybody's been saying like it sounds exactly like what the title is. So that was a goal.
Also, a sidebar too. Originally, when we wrote this project, it was just one beat. Keelon had the idea of coming up with the change up, so he scrapped everything. He took all the beats back from us, and then he resent them to us, and we all just worked from there. And that's the reason for the beat change. So it was all Keelon idea to do that.
Yeah, I forgot I did that.
For sure.
Yeah. Keelon is, you know, I don't know what you're doing in your time of making production, but you becoming a master at the transitions, and I'm telling you, man.
Appreciate it. I think it really comes from like when I first started like falling in love with production, which was probably like 2015. Yeah, it was. So my favorite artist, my favorite MC is Isaiah Rashad. So like I just went back and like study like research his producers that he would use One was Chris Calor. D Sanders is one of them. Then he has a little brother. He's a producer as well. I don't think he's released any tracks on him just yet, but I discovered him on SoundCloud, and like he does like a lot of transitions, like it's like 2-part beats or whatever. Chris Calor does that as well. Then later on, I kind of found out that Crisis, he does that as well. We all know like my relationship with Crisis. That's probably like my favorite part, because it's like just taking somebody to a different place, but with different, like I can't really even explain it. Like it's different, but it makes sense, So that was really my goal with this. Like even Shaad, he sent me a text and like asked me like what made me want to like put the certain beats. I was like, I wanted it to not sound like the first beat, but still make sense, Like give them like send somebody in a whole different direction, but you still like going to the same spot. Like you're taking a different route, but you're going to the same spot. If that makes sense.
Just coordinate. Make it coordinate.
Yeah.
Yep. And like I was saying, the growth with the three of you, it's definitely shown. And I love the how Sean and Shaad, when y'all are rhyming on this, being that the concept is some is in the South, I just feel like the two of y'all, when you're rhyming, it's as if you were just hanging out together and just just vibing back and forth with each other.
Yeah, and that we kind of wanted to create that energy by, like Shaad mentioned, we did the reference tracks previously, but then we all linked up and went to Austin to work with Mez Records in his studio, and we recorded all the records in like 2 days, day and a half or something like that. So in some of the records, I forgot which, y'all can remind me which records. I think the second half of Window Seat and the second half of Children of the Sun we wrote on the spot. We had the first portion done, but we did the second half in the studio to create that energy, you know what I mean? To get that energy across to the listener. So I'm glad you picked up. Appreciate that, man.
Definitely. And congratulations to you, head coach.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I taught him everything you know. I taught him everything.
Appreciate that, man. Long time coming.
How's that feel?
Feels good. I'm one that like, I don't get too, I guess, excited until I'm in the moment. You know what I mean? I kind of allow for me to, I don't work myself up too much, but I'm excited about it for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I've gotten moved closer to the Austin area now, and gotten acclimated with the kids, gotten in the gym, getting up and down the court with them a little bit, meeting everybody.
Okay.
So it's cool. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Yeah.
And just I seen maybe it was like a few days ago, I saw how seeing the students that you did coach, seeing them going off until their next part of their lives.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I've seen a lot of kids graduate. I mean, it's kind of cool. This place I was there for 8 years. So I saw, siblings coached and taught them in middle school, and some of them followed to high school and was able to coach and teach them in the high school level and see them graduate, some of which are playing collegiately right now. Some D1 players, you know what I mean? And great kids. So it's cool to keep that relationship, build those bonds. But yeah, definitely.
And keeping it, cohesive with Texas. I love how you incorporated Quantum Leap Radio on there, just doing what he does.
Yeah.
Who came up with that idea?
I came up with like the ideal of like getting like the radio and stuff like that, and they was like, let's reach out to Grandfather Clock. Grandfather Clock always shows love, so we was like, you know what, let's just reach out to him. So it was like the second part of Summers in the South, it would be like somebody riding in the car and like the radio stations were changing, and it was going to that, and then it goes into Grandfather Clock. He actually messaged us after he listened to the project. He's like, Hey, I like that idea. Y'all win with man. That was always love. Shout out to Grandfather Clock for sure.
And not that you needed any guest features, but you kept it minimal, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, we got the homie Misfit and GQ. I think we met Misfit in Austin. I want to say 2019. I believe it was 2019.
Was it
Dope
Austin
artist.
or was it
Huh.
Houston?
Nah, I think it was Houston.
It
Was
was.
it
Now
I
Houston?
thought.
we met him in Austin too. At South by, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we performed. Yeah, we performed. Uh, but yeah, yeah, dope artist, man. He very, very, very versatile. He can give you the lyrics and he can get in his bag real quick. So he's a super dope artist. And we all know what GQ does. Crazy
Yes,
talented.
indeed. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And that was an interesting time too. When I reached out to GQ, we had just lost it Keelan's grandmother and my aunt. They just lost her. She had passed, and I had mentioned that GQ and I had kind of spoke via IG, voice message or whatever. And I had mentioned that to him, and he had just also spoke on him losing her cousin. I don't want to. I'm not really sure how he passed, but it was a younger cousin that he had lost. And so, it was kind of a connection there. And man, speaking, he's always quick to respond. Like he keeps it a buck for real, like really good dude. Haven't gotten a chance to meet him in person, but definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that track, it felt, being that you explained it even more, because how it starts out, it's already personal when
Mm,
it starts out, and to hear you elaborate even more on it, how the two of you connected on that,
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah,
And that is one of my favorite tracks too.
For
appreciate it.
sure.
So aside from the coaching and the new album, what else have y'all been up to?
Uh,
Uh,
um,
personal.
we've been honestly been trying to find shows. We've been finding ways to market the project and got new
Mhm.
merch. Hopefully we can get that together and everything. We got more videos to come too, so it's like we just we working.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the marketing aspect, trying to be more intentional, like with what we have, like what we do, have more of like a do it now type of attitude. Um, yeah, because I feel like we got great talent. I feel like this could like go big places. You know what I'm saying? This is just the start for us. So really, just trying to be more intentional. Try to grow the fan base, and like Shaad said, do more shows, more interviews. Let people know that we actually here and we have good stuff to give them. Not only through the music, but like we actually have like some other good things as well. So like Sean, he and I has talked about like a podcast. It's not limiting ourselves to um, music. As the outlet to like reach people. He has another outlet, like of course with the coaching as well, and just having this podcast. If we could get it get the ball rolling with that, that'll be another outlet. So just a couple things like that.
Yeah, for sure. Just to kind of piggyback on that, like, um, losing. Not to be somber, but just losing a lot of people, um, and people that I feel like were kind of taken away at an early age. For me, it's kind of been like in reflection mode of trying to figure out how can I impact the world in the biggest way possible, in the best way possible. And I know that music is not the only thing that I have to offer. Making beats is not the only thing Keelan has to offer. Rapping is not the only thing Shaad and I have to offer. So kind of just tapping into those and getting in that bag and just making sure we sprinkle that, everywhere we can. So trying to figure that out.
And for those that aren't too familiar with the website, your merch continues to grow.
For sure.
And that's definitely, a good part of, with the music to always have that. And as you're saying right now, as you're looking for shows, that's the next thing that, people want to have, to have that memory.
Right. Yeah, that's the goal. Get some more merch, do some more shows. Try to make a living off this stuff.
So who's the best at dominoes over here?
Probably me.
No. My
Probably.
grandmother was Tinky.
She was a beast, though, no lie. But I had more time though to learn from her. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, but I'm a quick learner. and my dad. Now, my dad is, oh my God. But I don't know. We never played like a real round of dominoes. We was just messing around. We was just messing around on that video shoot.
That's one thing we really. I never thought about that either.
Hey, next time we were, hey.
I invited y'all down, man. Whenever y'all come visit, if I don't
tell
move again, y'all wait 4 years to come visit the brother.
I'm taking some days off pretty soon. I'm tired.
I'm off. I'm off till August.
True.
There you go.
I'll be there.
Now, Keelon, tell us about your experience of Crisis and Soundtrack put you on their live.
Man, so what? Let me think. Okay, so Crisis, he does these beat critiques like every blue moon or whatever. And there's one time in particular, like I was like, okay, I see he's on, or I think he had posted it, or I just randomly caught it or whatever. And I joined the live. He's like, all right, I'm about to start taking some beat submissions. I was like, all right, but so I sometimes get annoyed when like it's a beat submission and then somebody sends like an actual song. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna be that annoying person today because I really feel like we got something special. So I sent him Southern Comfort. I think this was a rough mix at the time. I sent it to him. He played it, and yeah, the reaction was, it was pretty much kind of what I expected, but it was a little, I don't know, it was kind of overwhelming. As soon as I got off the live, I think I called a couple friends. I was just like, shaking. I went outside, but it just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of helped me realize like this album, this project could be something special, which I think it is, and I think it still has room to grow and like grow on people. So yeah, that was a crazy moment.
Now, in these times, the way it releases are, I mean, it comes up a lot, here today, going tomorrow, people, they talk about people's attention span and stuff like that. But you have an album right here where, like, I've said it to you on Twitter before, beginning to end. I'll put it on repeat and, just let that keep flowing. And part of the vibe of the album reminds me of Outkast, the Quemini's album, the way it just flows.
Oh wow!
Appreciate that, man.
It's crazy. That's the idea I had in mind. Like I wanted it to feel like that exact album. And that's so crazy that you say that. That's crazy that you say that. Like that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I started listening to like right before the release. Like all the music was finished at the time, but like right before the release, like I was listening to Aquemini like every night, just thinking like this is exactly like.
When the Liberation that you was telling us that you wanted that energy from.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the next. That's the next. That's the next.
I referenced the project.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess we can I want the next. I would like for the next project to like feel like the liberation track, like that one track. I want the whole project to feel something like that. But yeah,
No, it's interesting. Showtime hit me the other day. One of my buddies, he was saying like the cover art reminded him of some Outkast, and like gave him like an Outkast feel.
Yeah, with the UFO. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
So who came up with the artwork thing that we talking about that right now?
It's one of my close friends out here in the Dallas area, Samaria Outlaw. She's crazy talented. Just freehand, like pencil drawing. Like she's dope. She was doing like this series on Instagram Live where she would have like this wallet-sized piece of paper and then just like do paintings, like just random paintings on it. Yeah, she's super dope. Her Instagram is artist to Jan. That's ARTISTTJAN, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dope.
She also did the Coach Lex cover art too. Right?
Okay.
And she did, and then this happened cover art as well.
Oh, she did. She did it,
Yeah.
which we need to re-release. But
Yeah, we need to re-release that.
yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah, she was
How,
dope
how,
artist.
how long? How long has it been since And Then This Happened came out? Was that
that actually came out before Black Thoughts, which actually made me a fan of Shaad.
like 3 years?
I don't know. My time line is horrible. So.
I want to say 2017, 2018, somewhere around there.
That was right before Black Thoughts because that was before I met y'all.
Oh yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about 4 years. So yeah. Okay. Almost.
Yeah. Definitely 2017.
That's let's go a little bit to Shaad right now. Talk a little bit about music and fatherhood. You know, how does that
It's been
come into play with you?
It's been a journey, but I appreciate it all. Lately, I mean, at first working with the guys and then, like doing music, trying to find balance in between being a father and doing music. It was something different, but I mean, I think I'm getting the hang of it now. My kids are more so actually they want to be incorporated. Actually, those were my kids on the Children of the Sun, the intro. That was fun. So they actually are infatuated with the things that I do. They're more so they love it. So like they'll be in the car like that on some of you. They love Shaad and Keelon, and every time we're in the studio, they watch. And my daughter is very much so. She's like a sponge. She soaks in when she comes to the studio. She actually wants to learn how to do singing and learn how to play the piano. So
That's great.
But anything that I can teach her, or any way that I can teach her, whether it's music or anything, because she does gymnastics, great in that. She does great in that. Anything I can teach them to be great and prepare them for the world, I'm gonna do it. But I also want to continue to give music in a positive light, or for a way to when they go back and listen to their dad's music, they be like, well, my dad teach me something or give something positive to the world, just as much as he was trying to pour into me. So it was definitely been a blessing.
That's good. Good to hear. Now, if you don't mind, we already spoke about the title track, "Summers in the South." Do you mind if we, speak a little track by track?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
All right. Well, let's start with "Children of the Sun."
Children of I think the track is supposed to be named. What was it supposed to be named, Sean? What did you have the name for it?
I don't remember. Be honest.
It'll be another track. We were Children of the Sun, so I think that was just a project. I mean, a song that was just basically trying to, like I said, motivate people, tell them like no matter what you do, like shine because you have a light within you. You know what I mean? Like no matter what the positive vibe. I mean, no matter what you're feeling or what you're experiencing in life, know that you always have a light inside of you. So that's what.
Yeah, I think that might be my favorite beat that I made. 'Cause it wasn't when I heard the sample. Like that's not the idea like I initially had. Like I didn't even expect it to turn out that way. But it fit so perfectly. Like the first set of chops that I made for it, like that was it. I didn't go back and redo anything. It was perfect.
Definitely in love with that beat. That beat is so amazing.
Appreciate it.
The guy.
Next one was called
Summers
in the South. Yeah, you pretty much spoke on that one.
That was pretty much a feel good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Keelon said, we just want people to experience or feel the vibe that we have here in the South. So you know, just basically spoke on things that we experience or the things that we do in the summertime and enjoy ourselves, make us feel good, you know.
Yeah, and shout out to Misfit. He worked that hook as well.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
with the hook too, yeah.
Yeah. And when I made that beat, like I knew like Misfit like was supposed to be on that. I didn't even consider anybody else. I think it was me and Sean at the time. We were together when Sean started writing to it. I think he heard it first. And I was like, yeah, I think we should definitely get Misfit on this hook. So that was a no brainer.
Track 3 is Window Seat.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. He listened. And I know I couldn't no more. And then when I got to the point, I was just like, and like, I gotta know where we're going. And I had that back and forth. That's what we created. I my part to my reference, showing that reference click from there.
Yeah, man. I think the second part of that beat is probably my favorite. Probably my favorite switch. No, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's one of the favorites, but it's like because currently like everybody's kind of doing like the '90s, early 2000s flip samples or whatever. So that was my version of doing the Ashanti movie song flip. But yeah, I just wanted to like I guess get in on that a little bit. I think I did pretty well.
Did more than pretty well.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Track Southern Company. Yep. That's one of my jams right there.
We just need to go with the Southern feel to it. Like the beat when Keelon sent that beat. Honestly, all I could think of was Outkast. The Southern vibe. When we heard it, it was just he and Sean when he did the second part like this. Like he sent it to us and he was like, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I knew there was something else I wanted to do too. I just didn't know what it was. So I was like, let's hold off before we mix that one and kind of see if we can do something different there to kind of accommodate and complement the switch up, you know, but still have that same feel like Keelon was alluding to earlier. So, yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah, that track, like when I was talking about like me listening to Aquemini, I feel like I don't want to like say we're like on the same level as Outkast or that album, but that reminds me of the Aquemini title track, that song. I feel like it gives me that same feeling personally. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite. The whole track in its entirety on that project. So.
And then the next track, track 5, Outside, with
Um,
GQ.
Keelan was like, "Hey, I think it was either Keelan or Sean was like, hey, we should get GQ on the track." But Keelan had actually messed the switch up while I was in Houston with Sean. And me and Sean, we just sat down and we just came up with our part. Sean wrote his part, and then I wrote mine, and I like I said, we referenced it, and then we left, and then we sent it out to GQ, and then it came back. The outside actually stands for overcome, unite to survive in dangerous environments. That's why it's like that. Like I love that track. That track is actually like a motivational track.
Yeah. Another story behind that track. So I sent GQ a pack of beats probably a couple of months before we got him on that. I mean, of course, he's busy. I don't think he ever got around to it. But that beat in particular, I was like, nah, GQ, he gonna get that beat. So I knew to get Sean, since he already had a connection with him, like, yeah, like he's gonna get on that beat. So he worked it out. We got him on there. So I just had to have him on there.
You sent the pack like twice, huh?
Yeah, I said it twice, but of course,
Yeah, let's put that out there, man. You sent it twice.
nah, he busy guy. So I mean,
Hey man, you ain't gotta say all that. You sent it twice. He got on the record. We appreciate him. He's a good brother, but you sent it twice. We're just gonna say it.
Nah, yeah, I sent him a couple. That was one of them.
Yeah. Which is interesting, like this with I don't know, just with a couple of things, just with the whole Jamla camp, you know what I mean? Your relationship with Crisis, Boog working with us, you know, GQ getting on the record. Then, you know, we talked about the Rhapsody thing back when, what is the thing called? Not Twitch, but it was something you put me on back Periscope.
Periscope.
Back in the
Periscope,
day
yeah.
when Ninth and Rhapsody was on there, and we like mentioned something in the comments, and Rhapsody like, oh, Sean Lexima, I'ma check him out. She never did, but you know, it's just it's
Universe.
interesting. Yeah, you know, and even the time he played the beats for
Ruben.
my man Ruben, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. The first part of Southern Comfort, I played that for Ruben on Instagram Live. That was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
I think I sent him a pack as well. Right after that, IG Live. Of course, busy guy, you know, he didn't get around to it. So, but
Hey,
yeah.
Don't cut yourself out.
Nah, but yeah, I sent him a pack. Yeah, he was supposed to get that one first, but you know, glad to have my guys on it.
Yes, sir.
Track 6.
Keelan's Bounce. That was basically the track to. We tried to make sure Keelan had. He is a part of the village as well, so he's not just a producer. He contribute to what we do. So we all when we do a project that he has incorporated with him as well. So we did Keelan Still Bouncing. He actually we just love the vibe, and so we came up with the chorus. We actually recorded that reference on my birthday, and we just loved the energy and the way he came. It was so funky, so funky. That's all I can say. And I just love him. I loved it, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think that's the first time I didn't sample on a track. That's like not the only, but one of the first times I like released a non-sample track. So that was definitely fun.
Did you sample on Start on Coach Lake?
Yeah, that's a sample. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was another.
Like,
okay.
That's like, yeah, Keelan Still Bouncing. That's like the only release
That's
track
what's
that's
up.
not the same. But yeah.
Let them know.
For sure.
And then the final track.
Coming down.
Down.
Coming down. It's actually how if I don't know if anybody noticed or people that listen to Anthology. Basically, how we ended Anthology was like I did a song where I was on the chorus and Sean just did the verses. Well, that's what we did with Coming Down. Coming Down. Actually, Keelan had that on Saint. Wasn't that Saint Row? Well, I mean, what's the name? What's the
Royal Saints?
Royal
Yeah.
Saints. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was on that beat tape, and I heard it and I was like, I like this. So for at first I was gonna go the Scarface route. That's the energy I was getting from it. But then I just left it alone and I just let it flow naturally. And we actually referenced that one while we was in Austin before we recorded. And Sean just came up with the chorus and Coming Down came out.
Yeah. That beat that was on Royal Saints beat tape that I put out, which is like an ode to my dad. Like at the end of the track, you kind of hear like somebody walking to the car or whatever, getting in the car. And on Royal Saints, the name of the song is Cutlass Supreme, and that's my dad's very first car that he ever got. He still has it to this day. I'm gonna try to buy it off of him, but yeah, it's like it kind of like what I would hear as a kid, like him walking to the car and then starting up. And then the fact that the sample kind of has that engine ticking in it, like it was just perfect. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorites as well.
That's a great memory to have too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my pops car when I was younger. He was a Plymouth Satellite.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, then you'd have to look one of them up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was definitely into American cars because after that he had a Chevy Malibu.
Okay, I know what that is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I definitely need that color off of him. It was so nice. He had like ostrich interior. Oh my god, it was amazing. White walls, man. Matter of fact, on the cover art, that's what. Yeah, that's the car. Yeah, that's actually the car. That's actually Color Supreme. I asked Samaria to kind of give the same feel as that. It doesn't have the white walls on the cover art, but I was like, Color Supreme. This color is pretty much. Well, yeah, that's it. I forgot about that.
Now you said you gonna possibly have some visuals. You have an idea of which track it might be?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, y'all want to?
I mean, we put out a visual already. We have one visual out for the second part of Children of the Sun. So we have that out. That was filmed by Keith Shaad.
Yeah, it's my older brother. Keith Shaad, Well Focused Photography. And that was his first time doing like a music video, and came through. We told him the idea was kind of portrait, so vertical or whatever, to kind of look like a reel, because nowadays people like to do reels and TikToks or whatever, just to kind of get that vertical look. And I feel like it was different and it worked. And the next video is the same format or whatever, but it's a different type of energy in the track. So coming very soon.
How soon? We might as well put it out now. Y'all make it
in 12 hours.
Okay, we'll drop it. Sounds good.
That's cool. Bet.
Yes, sir.
So y'all considering South by Southwest next year?
That's not.
I think that would be a good look.
We haven't.
It's 1 year. That's actually how we met. Like we said, met Misfit. But Southwest.
Bro, I do not remember me. I'm sorry. When did we meet Misfit at South by?
It was the Teddy Tuesday podcast. Remember they had the show, and then when we went to Austin.
Oh, the same time we met a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, time.
Yeah,
We haven't really spoken about South by Southwest just yet, but hey, I'm like I've been telling them like I'm all in now. Whatever it takes. Like I really want this to work. Whatever work means, like I just want it to work. Not that it's not working right now. I could just see it growing into something bigger. So if that means South by Southwest, then let's do it.
Yeah, and hopefully,
Absolutely.
with me being closer to Austin, we do have a couple of connects in Austin within the music industry. So hopefully, we can kind of tighten those bonds a little bit and get some things going.
There you go. Yep.
Sure.
Man. And as much as I listen to a lot of music on headphones and earphones, you know, there's times when I gotta hear it in the car. And Summers in the South, that's one of them. You gotta listen to it in the car.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Mez for mixing
Oh,
and mastering that and allowing us to record in the studio. Man, he blocked off a lot of time for us. I mean, we did it in 2 days. We did it in a weekend, but like the energy, he's good people, great artist too.
definitely.
Not just an engineer. He's a great artist. And so we definitely built a rapport with him, and we're working with him more in the future.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Miz. I'm pretty sure he's tuning in because he said he commented and said he's gonna be tuning in tonight.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Curtis.
yeah, man.
So yeah, like I said, repeat after repeat for me. This, and I really enjoy an album that I personally feel that when 2022 is gone, I can still go put this on and get that same feeling as I do right now listening to it.
Appreciate that.
Not every album or EP that comes out, you can sit there and say that. A lot of people say, "Oh, this is dated now," or it was relevant for current times. But the way y'all put this together and the way it rides, it could be timeless.
Appreciate that.
I think that's just a tribute to like who we listen to, who we grew up listening to. It's timeless music. Like Kendrick, Cole, Crit, Isaiah, Rhapsody, Mac Miller, like all those people. I feel like they all make timeless music. Like I don't think they have one project that you just put on the back burner, don't listen to anymore. Like they actually take the time to like craft a body of work, and that was definitely the goal with this one, and that's gonna always be the goal.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. We got somebody tuning in.
So he wants y'all to upload the lyrics so he can read along and learn the lyrics.
Okay.
He texted me earlier.
Okay, so the Queen, bro. So I was talking to Mez about that too, right? Talking to Curtis about that, like, because we used United Masters for the last two projects, but Distro Kid has that.
Okay.
What is it? The attribute you can add that it has that option, but they've been so finicky about different things on their site that it's like a hassle to upload it. It kicked back, like GQ's name kicked back like 3 times on me when I was trying to upload it to DistroKid. So I was like, to heck with this.
Oh, wow.
Going to United Masters. Like it said, like there was too many artists with that name, which is weird. But so yeah, if we can figure out another way, man. Someone was telling us to like contact like Apple with like their syncing, maybe shoot them an email to see if it's possible to kind of go a back channel to get the lyrics synced. So that's something we'll look into for sure.
He was on me about that.
Yeah, I actually said I asked Curtis. You know, that's kind of something he does. I think it's his job. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. So trying to figure that out. I have a question though. Like, what do you think? I mean, we appreciate the feedback for sure. What do you think we could do more of to get the project heard? You know, like whatever suggestions would you offer to us
Mhm.
as far as us getting it in front of the right people?
Definitely. You know, first thing I always try to do is, make sure you share in the right platforms. Y'all definitely do that. Take advantage of social media. Um, there's radio shows like Grandfather Clock. Definitely getting that exposure. Um, try and talk to other radio stations. That out there playing similar music, or just see if you hear music that you might not know of those stations. Just give them just let them know, give them a link, let them hear a little snippet or something, or send them the project.
Right.
But like I said all the time, take advantage of social media,
For
because
sure.
every time I try and share your music, I try and do it on every platform that's out there. And,
Makes sense.
after a while, people, if they value your opinion, they're going to be more than likely to go and hit play on it.
Right.
We appreciate that.
For sure. I think that's
And like the next best thing, like I said, is doing shows.
yeah.
That's the ultimate goal right there.
I think that's what we like gather the most at one time, the most like listeners at one time. Um, because like we actually have, not that anybody else doesn't have anything to say, but like we have something to say in our music. Like they actually like listen when we're on stage. I can say we're on stage now because I DJ for y'all.
Hey.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. Every time we go to a show, it'd be like different like crowds or different kind of people doing music, and then we come on and it just be like, "What the fuck was that?" or "What is this?" Like, it'd be a
Yeah,
different. So it'd
yeah,
be
to actually listen. Yeah, that's why I think we get our most like at one moment, the most listeners at one moment. Um, yeah, shows are huge.
And the Quentin made a valid point too. He's talking about visuals. I noticed a lot now. Music videos seem to be coming back pretty strong. So that's definitely another aspect to keep pushing.
For sure. Yeah. So intentionally, I was speaking about like being more intentional earlier. So kind of like wanted to. So we released the second half of Children of the Sun before like we did anything. Um, or before we like released a single, like just a song on SoundCloud or something. Because we just felt like, okay, we released this video, this music video is like, okay, you're forced to watch the video and listen to the song. Because it's like you don't have just like a SoundCloud where you could just go to and just listen to the song. So
Mhm.
that'll like attract more attention. That'll get more views on the video. It's like release the video and song at the same time. Yeah, and again, like we still got more visuals to come. Still got ideas for the other tracks. So we got some more coming.
Good to hear. That's good to hear. And I don't know what's going on with these algorithms now, but just keep pushing your music. That's all I can really tell you. Just keep pushing your music.
For sure. For sure.
appreciate that.
Definitely. Last thing before
Shaad,
we go.
I'm sorry.
Go
Shaad, you
ahead, go
got a
ahead.
show in Dallas. You got a show coming up.
I didn't want to
Hey,
market that because it's not
Right.
about it. I
nah,
do.
this is the platform for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually do. I mean, if you are listening, about it. We have a show June 25th at the in Deep Ellum on Main Street. I'm drawing a blank now that he put me on the spot for the name of the but if you go to any of my social media, I have it uploaded. So just come out and enjoy some good vibes. Good energy. I always try to give you a show when I'm out there on the stage. So
I'm DJing. I'm DJing.
yeah, let you
DJ.
Okay.
into
You
All right.
need to.
All right. Tell my manager I'm not gonna be there that night.
the matter of fact.
So you looking it up? Yeah, look it up, man. Get it right.
I'm trying to. I want them to know the venue. I don't want them to be like, oh, well, he told us to get us some preview.
You got some big. You got a big finger. You got some big thumbs.
His finger is huge. He's punching the screen.
Ninja Turtle hands.
I hear that, my bad.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Hey, at least you weren't breaking up this time. Too bad.
Yeah, you're doing good now. But now you freezing up.
I'm
We
sorry,
can
my
hear you,
bad.
but
It's called.
What did your phone do to you, man?
I'm sorry. It's called Jump Shot Classic, bro.
Okay.
It's called the Jump Shot Classic. That's the venue. I'm sorry.
jump shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got you.
June 25th,
June
June
25th,
25th.
Dallas.
in Dallas, Texas.
Gotcha.
There you go. And what I was gonna say was one last question. For this album, Summers in the South, give the people one thing that we might not know about it.
Shoot. That's hard. I can get one personal one. Keelon Still Bouncing. I was gonna use that for a beat tape. It's like gonna be totally left of what I have out now, which is always a goal, is to like kind of be different when I put anything out. But it was gonna be like very, very different, very R&B-esque, very sexy, if you will. But yeah, which I still think that project is coming. Just gotta get in the right space for it. Yeah, that's one thing for me.
I don't know too many things. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know anything else.
gems about the project.
You said what?
I said we covered everything really, about like all the hidden gems at least. Like,
I think so.
Yeah. I think the coolest thing is that we did set up to get it all recorded in one weekend.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, we spoke on that, but
I do got something. Sean was scared to let me sing on Southern Comfort the second part, so he stayed.
because you can't sing better than
Yeah.
that's it. You can't sing better than me, so I wasn't gonna let you sabotage our project. Yeah.
Summer's in the garbage if he on the hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
No, that is hilarious.
Yeah, no, that was probably like one of the most fun music moments for me. Just like actually being in the studio and producing. That was probably my first time producing records. Like, you know, maybe we should do this on this track or take this out or put this effect on this part of the beat or whatever. That was like the first time. That was like so much fun.
Definitely dope.
There you go. I definitely appreciate y'all taking the time, and like I said, I love this album, and
Thank you.
like I said before, I'll say it again. It's definitely on its way to be timeless.
Appreciate it.
As always, the floor is yours. Give you shout outs. Let everyone know where they could reach. Three of you.
Steven, you got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, Instagram, Shaad_Black, and then also the Village page, the Village TX, and yeah, that's really. You find out our music on platforms, even the solo projects, the group projects, even Keelon beat tapes, all on every platform.
Me on Instagram, Keelon Donnel, KEELONDONNEL _ I think. Twitter is Keelon Donnel. Facebook, Keelon Donnel. SoundCloud, Keelon _ Like Shaad said, everything is on all platforms. I got projects, solo projects with Sean. I got projects with Shaad. I got a project with Sean Bug. Yeah, man, check me out.
Yeah, and Sean Lexima. My name is my name, so you can find me on all platforms. SeanLexima. Might be an underscore on Instagram in between the names, but we appreciate you having us on the platform. We appreciate the love that we've gotten from the projects. I want to personally thank some people that recently sent me screenshots of like my first project that Keelan and I did that's not even on platforms anymore, uh, which was paired with a congratulatory text for getting the head coaching job. So for me, it's really
Nice.
I'm living a dream right now. You know what I mean? I think I spoke on that last time, but I wasn't a head coach at the point in time, so now it's like a little different. And so I just appreciate the opportunity to be a blessing and to be blessed to do so. So we just want to try to figure out as a unit and individually how we can impact people as much as we possibly can and sprinkle the gifts that God has given us. Share those with the world. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate you for the platform.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And Keelan, y'all was talking about singing. You might want to hit that R&B angle too with the production.
Oh yeah,
We've been
it's coming.
trying to
Trying to get him on it.
It's definitely coming. It's
But
definitely coming.
it's gonna be tough on him because he never used to listen to any R&B. I tried to put him on some R&B back in the gap, and he's like, I ain't never listened to that. No, I ain't listened to that. You probably had stepped it up a little bit, I imagine.
A little bit, yeah. I've been listening to like sound like underground like
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, man, definitely do that.
Cool, man. Thank you so much, everyone that's been listening and will listen. Summers in the South. Y'all need to go check that out. I put it
Yes,
in the
sir.
comments for y'all to go check out, and I also put out the website out there for y'all to go check out the rest of the Village music as well as their merch.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
And on
sir.
behalf of HHDG Media, I'm gonna say peace.
Peace
All
and
right.
blessings.